What is going on, everybody? It is a Sunday. It's a way better day than yesterday. If you recall, I did the Supra's alternator, which I found out that this alternator was fine as suspected, and I just think it's the way that the car is managing voltage. It's running perfectly fine. So I have a alternator here that I can sell. Like I said, it tested perfectly fine. And the new one is doing the exact same thing, actually even worse than that one for some reason, but it's fine. I did some research on it, asked some friends, and it's doing what it's supposed to do. So moving on to today. Today is a cool day because I'm going to be finally upgrading the stereo in the STI. Tyler had this Joyring Android system in his, and he was anticipating upgrading even higher than this one. This one's a fully loaded deck. 4G, Wi-Fi, nav, tire pressure monitor, Bluetooth, everything. So he gave it to me. I don't know what he wants for it yet, but I'm hoping that it'll be an easy transition to that one. I'm hoping that they didn't cut the harness. I can't remember if they did. But if they didn't, it'll be a super easy install because Tyler already wired it all up for me on the factory harness because his obviously came with a different one that he had to wire up. So he must have bought a new one. But yeah, so this is going to be fun. I'm going to give this a go. Hopefully, like I said, mine is not cut and I can just plug this in and it'll be like a 10-15 minute install. And I gotta run the nav antenna. Wi-Fi and 4G antennas they're already adhered to the body of the stereo. So yeah, let's get to it and see how easy this is. Right. So good news is they didn't hack up the harness, which is awesome. That's what I like to see. They did have a rat's nest of wires here, though, which is kind of normal in JDMs. And what else? That's pretty much it. So I'm going to try and fit the new one in here, plug it in, get the grounds figured out, and probably mount the nav antenna right here. That way it kind of just looks uniform with the GoPro mount. So yeah. All right, guys. Bingo, bango, Bob's your uncle. Look at that. That is cool. I have no idea how this thing works, but I know it's cool as hell. So Tyler actually told me that he never changed the antenna on the nav part. He left it in there and it worked perfectly fine. So I want to go through this with you guys and see what this is all about here. I don't know what to put in here. Oh, I probably have to go through it. Here, let me just play with this and then I'll show you guys. One thing I did want to show you guys is just a screen that's on 4 little connectors that you just plug in. And obviously it's not plugged in yet because it's not screwed in yet. But it's super easy to take in and out because you got to take the screen off to put the bezel back on. Guys, so check this out. I'm taking this off because I have to, right? Because I'm gonna take this lip off in here because it's hitting the din because it's not a true din. So I'm just going to Dremel this edge off. But check this out. Look how fuzzy this thing is. That's my temperature sensor. Wow. That is gonna be cleaned up. That is crazy. That is a growth. There it is. Look at that. And that's a temperature sensor for the auto climate control out of that little vent. So that'll be getting cleaned out. Check yours. All right, everyone. So I took my Dremel and I just Dremeled the side. Be sure not to catch the edge like I did, which sucks. Usually I'm really good with avoiding that kind of stuff. This side I obviously did the second time around and I avoided it. but I took off a fair chunk, probably, you know, half of what was there. So it should fit snug. It looks pretty good besides that edge right there. But I could get touch-up paint. It looks like a gunmetal, but the screen is going to cover it. And now that this is fixed, I could probably fit a normal doubled in there quite easily. That was always something that bothered me, is that the Subarus are just tight enough that you have to recess the screen in a bit. So I'm going to go wash out that temperature sensor and should be good to go. All right, guys, she's in there, and yeah, dremeling it made it way nicer, so it fits flush now, so that's good. And here is the Android. It's a, you know, a normal Android. It's like a tablet in your car, essentially. Set up the weather, the time, download any app that's available on the, what's it called? I could go to Google Chrome. Here we go, guys. Here's a little preview. I signed into my account.
Because we're kind of in the middle
Look at that.
of everything happening.
How sick is that? I don't know how to get rid of this though. And the bottom.
Here, and we're right in that window. So I wanted
pretty wicked though.
Just kind of a filler. And
I'm stoked.
like this stuff.
This is gonna make driving way better. Just solely because of nav. I was just outside and the nav is pretty spot on. It's Google Maps. You could hit the little mic button, say take me to blah blah blah. It does it really quick. Very, very impressed. If you haven't got one of these and you have a car that doesn't have anything like this, I highly recommend getting it. It is very cool. Almost modernizes the car in the interior. So 2 thumbs up for me. Something else I wanted to show you guys too is that it comes with the tire monitoring sensors as well. I just didn't put the module in here just because I didn't think I would need it, but it's something cool to have. Again, it just adds to the whole modernizing everything, so you can make him work with this thing. I have an Elm 327 OBD2 reader, and I'm hoping it'll connect to the Subaru, because if it does, I can have all my gauges up here and everything. So definitely be doing this to the Forester too. I can surf the web. We're on YouTube. Search Supra Beast. Where is the search button? There you go. I think I have music. There we go. Music, that's the most important thing. Equalizer. Very cool, very cool. I just gotta figure everything else out. So, yeah, it's a pretty big deck. I think it's the 9-inch one, so she is rocking and rolling in the STI now, and I can get rid of the JDM deck finally. Works good, just JDM, FM, AM presets on it and Japanese language. But if the one in the Forester that's coming sucks, then I might throw that one in there. But I just wanted to show you guys the Joy-Ing deck. This one's pretty much fully loaded, and I think it's like 200 bucks shipped, like all said and done. So very, very good value here. I do recommend it. I'm behind though, so I'm gonna have to understand how to work it. We're not outside the garage, so the nav's not gonna work just yet. I'm gonna have to sign into my Google account, set up a cool background display, and yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Just playing around with it, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it's really nothing crazy going on, but I have a new deck in the STI, so it's kind of exciting. And if you have an STI, you now know to wash your temperature sensor for the automatic climate control. And if you do, or thinking of getting a deck like this one, it's definitely possible in this car. I would just recommend dremeling the plastics so everything fits flush, and this fits right against the bezel, so it's perfect. It's awesome. It's good to go. This screen detaches if you have to take it somewhere. The car is parked. You're parked on a, you know, a sketchy street, you can take the screen with you. So that's kind of nifty, and it'll do anything you want it to, really. So I'm gonna figure all this stuff out here and understand everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. All right, peace everyone.